Hi, welcome to Brush Tips with Cheri. Today we have a guest painter, Jenny Young.
Hi.
She's like, I'll just be a little awkward, not 100%.
Yeah, you got it. You know me.
So Jenny is here. She also is a secret artist on the side. She does little side gigs, painting at home.
Yeah.
And she decided that what better day than to do the lovebird painting. So here she is being super awesome with us.
I thought you were going to say being super awkward with us, but yes.
Awesomely awkward. It always gets a little awkward when you're on TV, right?
Right, yeah.
Perfect.
Always.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do right here. I'll bring it up for everyone to see. This is our lovebird painting. So we have a kind of a smudgy, dry brush background.
I like that smudgy.
Smudgy, dry brush. This has been painted like 4 times.
Okay.
Twice today. Because I was like, I don't like it, and I've gone over it quite a few times. So there's quite a lot of layers of paint on here.
So I can do this too.
Right.
Okay.
And then with the twisty tree and the nice little heart and then the little birds inside. So it's kind of an easy painting. The trick is the background and getting your shading in the tree trunk and the different angles of the tree trunk. So because you're like a professional painter.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Yes, you are. This is going to be a little bit easier for you, but for some of our viewers at home, it might not be as easy, all right?
Okay.
So we're going to take this step by step. I want you to have 0 expectations. I just want you to have a good time, all right?
Okay, nailed it.
Here's our awesome paint palette for today. These are super fancy. We get real fancy over here, Brush Tips with Cheri.
Yeah.
We have black, white, and bright red. 3 colors. So basic. We have 2 brushes. We have our Big Daddy brush right here, and then we have this little brush, and this little brush is going to give us our trees and our hearts and our little birds. If you want to put birds on, you don't have to put birds on.
Okay.
All right? I encourage you to be creative. So let's get started. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Here's your paper towel, too.
Let's
You're
rock.
like, let's go. Let's do this.
Let's rock. Yeah,
Ooh,
let's rock.
I always knock stuff over. And it's okay if you do. Just pick it right back up again and keep going.
I'm pretty clumsy
Pretend
too.
like nothing happened.
Okay.
All right, so let's start with some white. Grab some white here. And you're not really going to see it when we add it on here, but you'll see once we start to add the color, it's going to change the color. And just try to paint to your side so all of your super awesome friends out there can.
Is this correct? Okay,
Yes.
friends, you can see me? Okay.
So Jenny does a little, she has her own kind of art that she does. It's videography.
That is an art.
It is an art.
It's
It
an
is
art.
because I, number one, have 0 patience for that kind of stuff. I was doing a Ripple video right before I came, and I hit save, but I didn't hit save. I hit discard.
Oh, well, that's number 1 in videography is knowing the difference between save and discard.
Yes, so
I filmed you.
I was sad.
You've been in a she
Yes.
video.
Yes, I was in a she video, which was so fun, which was the cabin fever video for the Medina Ladies Home Journal, because
Yeah,
there's
the
a
women's
difference
journal.
between Medina and Cleveland and Akron, and
There is.
yeah, that's what I've heard.
And we utilized Bob Ross.
Yes, that was fun. We
So
have
it
a
was
big
great.
Bob Ross cutout at the studio, and it was a good time.
So you're doing the whole thing. How thick?
Yes, so I
thin,
did the
does it
whole
matter?
thing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a tiny little bit of black and mix
Okay.
it with a little bit of white, just to give us like a lighter gray color.
Gotcha.
And then you can just start throwing this on here like this.
just the crossy.
Yeah, crosses. And don't forget to do your tops and your sides.
Different thicknesses.
Yeah, different thicknesses, colors, however you want. And that's just going to be the first layer. And then we're going to do the same thing with the red too. Just a real tiny little bit of red and kind of blend that in. And even if you have the gray still on your brush, it just makes it look a little bit fancier. And we like fancy paintings here. Yeah, it was fun doing your video. It is like your own special kind of art, because the way that you do it, you like see the creative part of it, And then you have people like, what was I watching? The prom one for the...
What, the Older Adult Foundation?
Yes, and that guy was like fixing his bow tie. Like, I wouldn't even think to do that. And there you are. You're like,
I'm
hey,
up in there.
Look at this camera and just fix your bow tie.
Do now, apologize later. Usually they go
Yes.
for it.
It is so good, though. I was like, oh
Well,
my
thanks.
gosh, she's so good. And then what other one was my favorite? When they did the chamber one, you did the one for the chamber event where they
where
showed
they all
the
their
business cards. That was super cute too.
Well, thanks.
That's one of my favorites. So see, I do watch your videos.
I appreciate I watch yours too. I can't think. This is my favorite one. So mine actually looks different.
It does.
Is that okay?
It's okay.
Okay, this is my interpretation. It's
Yes.
like a hashtag.
And we all see art differently.
We do, which is why I actually really like your show, because people think they're not artists.
Right.
And you give them a chance to be an
Yes.
artist.
And my thing is any creation, even if it's the most ugliest thing to somebody, it's the most beautiful thing to somebody else.
Or their grandmother, who they'll give it to.
Yes. And I tell people that all the time in my classes. I say, if you don't love your painting, give it to your grandma.
Yeah, or your mom.
Yeah, because they love it. Love it. I have some of my children's stuff hanging up, and it literally is a brown canvas.
I have some of mine too. Like, that's the best thing. Give them a canvas, let them draw on it, and then their artwork is in your house.
Yes, yeah. We have a little wall. We kind of switch it out a little bit, change it up, add some different paintings each time.
Now, have you been caught throwing it away?
Yes, but it's only like the paper stuff, not the
know.
canvas work.
It's hard,
But
though.
all that stuff comes home from kindergarten. What do you do, you know? What
you
do
have
you
to
do?
stare at it in judgment, like, is this something I'll remember forever?
Yes.
Or can I throw it away?
Yeah, and then they look at it, they pull it out of the garbage, our little Nico, and he's like, Mom.
Jet too. Why would you do this to me? Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's the letter A, literally the letter A. Like, I know what it looks like.
Newsflash, I get it. I know
Yeah.
the letter
So I love yours. Yours is looking pretty fly
A.
there.
A little bit different. It's kind of
little
dark,
different.
though. Is that going to work?
It is. It will.
Okay.
It will. Because you're just going to add the tree over it. We could actually give you, yeah, just leave it.
Okay.
Let's see
digs
what
it.
happens.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
let's just see what happens. We'll go from there. All right, now we got to let these dry, and you got some pretty thick paint there. So
Yeah, well.
we like to sing a little song during this time.
All right, let's do it.
It's called, you're like, no. It's called Let It Dry.
Oh, no, I don't get that high, like, vocally. No. I was in choir, though.
Yeah?
Newsflash.
I was in choir too.
Were you?
Yeah.
How about, I was also a Kensation. I went to Roswell, Kent.
I was not.
Did a little dancing, too.
I went to North Royalton, so I was a Royalton Bear.
Oh.
And we had vests that were sequins purple and gold.
Oh.
And bow ties and stuff. And cummerbunds. That's what it was. We had like cummerbunds and long black skirts and a tuxedo shirt.
We had felt cut-out ties with one solid pin that went through.
Yes.
That's like choir days, though.
Yeah, yeah. That wasn't like show choir.
I always sing the most random choir songs at home, and my husband's like, what is that? I always sing, oh,
Yeah.
the Wells Fargo wagon. It's like, what is that? I'm like, it's from choir. You don't know that?
We did Broadway one time, so I'm like, hello, Dolly. Well, hello. My whole life is a song.
Okay.
Like everything that I can relate to. So we just got back from vacation. The kids
Sure.
went back to school, and Vance went to school, and he said, oh, everyone kept saying, oh, Vance, you're back. And I was like, were you like, back again?
Vance is back.
Vance is back.
Okay, I guess
Tell
I
a
could do that,
friend.
too. All right.
Yeah,
I
so
could do that
try
too.
it.
All right.
Everyone at home, try this. Every time you can come up with a song
Let's
to
see
go
if we
with
can
your
do
life.
it while I'm here.
All right, so let
Okay.
it dry, let it dry.
That one's yours. Nice vocal skills.
This is why I paint and I don't sing.
This
Mine's-
is like an exercise too,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
you
make sure
can
you
get your workout in
switch the arm. Mine is a little thick, so I'm gonna go through and
just kind of
Yeah, I'm gonna thin
erase
it
some
out.
of that there.
yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to set my brush in there, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to dry this guy. Now this one mine's a little lighter than this one down here. So I guess I
Oh,
was in
yeah.
a different mood right now than the original. Oh yeah, there you go. That's perfect. I like it.
Try to thin up some of that. Now, actually, when I draw, I do a lot of cross stitching after I make something. I go in, I'm like, that's perfect. And then I take a black marker and I'm like,
Why do you
so
do
I
that?
don't know. It's a weird style I picked up in art class.
Oh my gosh. I like cross stitching, like vintage cross stitching in real life.
Like old-
on the old, like the actual pin and needle,
No,
not
thank
pin,
you.
the needle thing, crossing over. Yeah, I like to find, in the shop we have these pieces of wood, and they have little birds on them that were cross stitched. We found these frames at a auction one time, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really like those frames, we should get them. So we got the frames. Well, they had these little cross-stitched birds in them on trees, that I felt so bad throwing that away because somebody invested their time into that.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to take the birds and put them on wood, and then I'll paint trees around them. And I did, and everybody always wants to buy them from me. And I would love to sell them to people, but my husband was like, no, they're so beautiful. So I'm like, what do I do? Like, I'm so torn.
Well, just so you know, one day your children will sell it in a yard sale. So.
Right, so that's what I think about too, is do I really want my kids to have this burden of a studio of art?
But maybe they'll take it over.
I was just
Generational.
talking about that today.
I have the same thing. I'm convincing my son he will be on the Oscars someday.
Yes.
He fell asleep while we watched it. I said, that's okay.
Yeah, he's hearing it, subliminal messaging while he's sleeping.
I said, will you take me? And he said, no. And I said, fine, then you must shout me out while you're on the stage.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, yeah. Vance
Okay.
wants to be an actor. Oh, we don't need the big brush anymore, but I just got the big brush. Okay, little
Okay.
brush.
Little brush guy.
Little brush guy, anyone. All right, now let's make our tree. So when we make a tree, we want to do it more of like a cursive writing. I don't want you to lift your brush.
Okay.
I don't want you to make kindergarten trees, where kindergarten trees are like this. Look at your face. You're like,
know.
come on. This is a kindergarten tree.
It's the bomb.
Okay, that is not what a tree looks like. Do you people see this? This is not what a tree looks like. We're going to go like this. Flowy. Flowy.
Flowy. I like how you flipped it over to show an example.
Yes.
That's pretty genius. Okay.
Because I want them to just focus on the tree.
Okay, let's flow.
All right, let's do this. Ready?
Sure.
So
I'm
I
gonna
want
watch
you to pick.
first.
I want you to pick where you want your heart. So I'm going to do the heart right here, and it's okay if it looks dashy like this.
Okay.
Then
Well,
I'm going to bring this guy over. I'm going to bring him right down into a tree trunk. Okay?
okay. Well, as a videographer, I'm going to pick the upper right third. And I'm going to do my heart, which looks kind of like a potato and not at all like a heart.
A potato.
Can I go this far over? So
Yeah.
I'm kind of challenging
This is,
your-
you could do whatever you want because
And
this
then
is
you
your
came
painting
up.
and I will never see it again.
How do you know?
Well, you're right. You're
See?
right. I might see it again. I'll come over and visit it. I'll be like, remember that one time that we hung out and painted on the show? I've known Jenny for a few years.
Yeah,
We
this is true.
used to bowl together. We were on a bowling league.
We were. That's actually how we met. On
Yes.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, and then I got pregnant with Nico, and then you got pregnant
Yes, with Jet.
Jed, and
The rest is history.
yeah, and then you like went off the grid for a little bit, being a mom.
Yeah, you too.
Yes, and then we were like,
And then we were
What's
like, we should start businesses.
at the same
not
time.
bowl.
right, and not bowl. So basically, we started them like at the same time, and then we're slowly but surely just taking over the world together, like Pinky and the Brain.
One is genius, the other is insane.
Right.
I don't know
We
which
won't
one
tell
you'll
you which
take.
one is which.
Okay.
All right. You see how I'm doing this here? Doo, doo, doo.
Yes, yes.
And just kind of, it's okay to be shaky. Like, I call it the morning after shakes. Like, you know, that morning after you might have drank a little bit too much.
What?
Or maybe your sugar shakes. The sugar shakes or caffeine shakes if you're not a drinker. And I like to just
caffeine
have,
shakes.
yeah, the caffeine
Now
shakes.
how far? These are going out pretty far.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, because we want to fill the whole thing.
Oh, the whole guy.
The whole canvas, yeah, with some tree.
I
We
like how
want
you're
this-
making some branches thick.
Yeah, we want this tree to take over.
All right.
And just keep doing it. Keep adding little branches here and there.
Doing it. Oh, that's a
See,
song.
doing it.
don't
Oh
think
yeah, that's a
that's-
bad song.
I don't think that's appropriate, which
Yeah,
is why I
this is a
stopped.
PG show. We tell this to people. This happens quite a bit, where I have to remind people it's PG.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's hilarious.
I'm from Firestone Park. I don't know what that means. I just made that up.
Right? Blame it on the upbringing. That's hilarious. So I like to make like a tiny little one inside the heart too, just to make it look like it's a fun branch here.
You like to make a tiny, like a little
Yeah,
guy.
like a little one off to the side
See,
here.
I was doing my little scratches, so you'll see.
Oh yeah. What are you
It's
doing?
the thing. It's a thing I do. I don't know. It's my little like
you're scribbling on it, a little
it's
bit.
a scribble, yeah.
That's all right. Like I said, everyone's art is different. I mean, we could be painting the same thing like we are right now, or like people at home, they'll paint with me.
Yes.
And they send me their pictures, which I love, love, love. So if you ever paint along with me, please don't hesitate to message and ask for advice, or even send me your picture so we could post it. Because we love, love, love to see your artwork. So when people send it to me, they send me their like version of what I've taught, and I find it so fascinating how the brain can translate it. Yeah, yeah, I love it.
I feel like mine's more of a Poe tree, like an Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, yes, I love it.
This does not interpret how I feel today.
So you could take some white also,
Okay.
and kind of shade in some white. This is what's gonna help us get like this whole. I'm bringing a big, little hump of tree out here. Pull some of this down, kind of make this. We like to make these a little wavy here.
So did you watch Bob Ross growing up?
Yeah, so
Okay.
my mom used to own this little grocery store in Beechwood, and there was a maintenance guy there, and he used to watch Bob Ross. So their daughter, Cochelle, used to babysit us, and we would go over there, and he would be sitting there painting, and the whole living room was full of Bob Ross paintings. So I used to sit there and watch it, and then I've just been like naturally good at painting,
Right.
like stuff like this.
Just painting? Or what's your favorite medium? Like I
So-
love an oil pastel.
So I hate oils because I don't like to clean them up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like working with oils because you can get real creative with the texture and stuff, but I hate working with them. So I actually take medium and I'll mix it with my acrylic paint, and that helps give you texture.
Okay.
So I have a couple paintings that are like that. But I do love working with paint, and I love working with chalk, like doing a chalk drawing, like on canvas or charcoal, because you can get like that. You could get real like bulky and fun.
A little funky.
Yeah, a little funky. Funky Comedina.
Nice one.
See? I'm telling you, my life is a song.
Maybe that's a new show on WCTV.
Maybe we could be like, our life is a song. It makes you want to turn my windows down. Now that's the song I have in my head. Baby, you're a song. That's it.
We just get a bunch of people and sit around a table, have a conversation.
Yes.
The first person who can't keep the songs going is out.
Yes.
Sold it.
We'll play the elimination game on songs. That's hilarious.
Mine doesn't have much red, so I feel like
You can add some red to your tree.
I'm gonna add some red. Oh yeah, I like that.
Make your tree the red part. It's fun. We went on a 90s cruise once. That was fun.
Stop it.
That was a good time. I'm all about cruising.
Never been.
Oh, then you don't have to commit. Oh, I like my tree. My tree's looking good. So's yours. Yours is looking good.
Mine's like Tim Burton.
It's okay. Add some fun.
All right.
Red to it.
I'm adding some red.
Yeah, and then once you're happy with your tree, rinse off that brush, and then
Okay.
we can start making red hearts.
Oh yeah.
And you can make pink hearts, so red and white mixed. You can even make just black hearts if you want. If you don't know how to make a heart,
All
Some
right, you're starting the
people-
hearts. Okay.
yeah, I'm going to. You don't have to.
Now,
So-
where are you putting yours? Anywhere?
Random. Yeah, just
Random.
around the branches. You might want a real tiny brush for this, but I forgot them, so you're using this brush. If you don't know how to do a heart, it's like a upside down J. Backwards and frontwards. Okay?
Wait, what?
And like a heart. Some people don't know how to make hearts.
Oh, I gotcha. I was like, that's not at all true.
Like an upside down J. Like, see, there's the upside down J. That's backwards. And here's another one
I'm
that's backwards.
struggling with my hearts. They look like rabbits.
Do they?
Well,
No, they look cute.
you're so supportive.
I know. I'm really good at that stuff. I'm really good at being supportive.
So the J technique doesn't work for me in
No.
this particular brush.
Yeah, this is a tricky brush, isn't it? I even said right before I left, I was like, I gotta go get those little tiny brushes.
It like keeps adding hair and making them grow bigger. Nah.
Yeah, you can kind of flatten it out. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple black ones. Then I'm gonna put my birds in.
Are you gonna put them on both sides?
We're getting low. We're getting close to the deadline here. To the finish your painting deadline.
Oh,
Well,
no.
for me anyway. You don't have to.
I'm just gonna stay here all day.
Right. All right. So this is looking super cute. So now I'm going to take my little birds, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little head, so a little circle. Then I want to make like a colored in U. And then I want to make a cute little wing and a cute little wing, and then a little, what do they call that? Duck butt? Duck butt? I don't even know. And then a little beak, which if I had the tiny little brush, the beak wouldn't look so big. I totally failed today. There we go.
All right, do that again.
A little circle,
Circle.
an upside down, or I mean a U, but color it in. So make the U and then color it in.
Okay.
And then the cute little duck butt and the feathers, or the wings, and then the little tiny nose. And again, with the smaller brush, it's totally different looking.
I feel like you've set me up for.
There you go, you got it.
That's a legit bird.
Yeah, it's a big brush. Wait till you get a little brush and then you can do it. But it is super cute. And then I'm just gonna put a cute little black heart right in the middle to show some love. How cute is that? Now I'm gonna finish coloring in my other hearts. Make some more fun hearts. And I need some pink ones. I need some real pretty pink ones here. Perfect. Let's add a fun one down here. Maybe a fun one over here. And how about one right here? So you can put these anywhere that you want, however you want to put them on your
Oh no.
painting. Oh no, what?
Just brush problems.
It's okay, just scribble over them like you've done your tree too.
You're right. Let me get the black.
I think it looks fantastic. I love it.
Thanks.
And I love like your real thick red through there.
You do? You like that? Yeah.
Yes,
here we
I
go.
love.
Here we
Look
go.
at her painting, how pretty.
Scratch. I don't know what it is. Scratching?
I love it. So, now that I am
Our
all
roses
done,
are bloomed. Have
yes,
bloomed.
yes. Now that our roses have bloomed, we can take this little brush right here and we can own this painting. Put your little initial at the bottom, and then you can give this to your Valentine, and it'll be perfect. So, thank you, Jenny, for
You're
painting with me. This was
welcome.
super fun. I feel like we chatted more than we painted, but that's okay. Now everybody knows our little history, and you can come back and paint with me again.
I will, and
All
that's
right.
true. That usually is what happens when we get together anyways.
Perfect. Thank you all for watching.